Hi, my name is Don Williams. I'm the 2nd District Commissioner for Camden County, Missouri, and we're here today at an Affordable Housing Initiative. I'm representing the county's point of view and the county's efforts toward that endeavor. The county's kind of limited in what they can do. It all focuses around planning and zoning. Toward this end of creating affordable housing, the Commission has looked at a lot of different options. It's a major problem in this area. We have young people leaving at alarming rates, and it's a multifaceted problem. Part of it has to do with a lack of job training, a lack of diverse and growing industries. So for career opportunities, our young people are leaving the area. Affordable housing is one of the major problems young people face as well. As soon as they graduate from high school or from college, most of them can find a job where they can afford to move into an apartment, but making that next jump to buying a house is almost impossible. Most of the housing around here starts at about $180,000, $200,000, somewhere in there. And given the pay rates in this area, that's just unreachable for most young couples. So in order to encourage the development of more affordable housing, more middle class price housing, what the County Commission is doing is we are revising our planning and zoning code, where there's 4 main elements that we're including in this endeavor. One has to do with the codes that have to do with roads. For example, right now, the code demands that developers put in curbs and gutters, that the roads be paved. And just a quick drive around the lake area, looking at some of the lakeside communities, it becomes readily apparent that this really is not applicable. Most of them don't require that type of infrastructure. And eliminating that requirement will greatly reduce the cost for area builders. Another way we're looking at reducing the cost is we're going to reduce the lot size for homes that have an engineered septic system or a community septic system. Right now, the lot size is 8,500 square feet. We're going to reduce that down to 6,000 square feet, so developers will be able to put more homes on the same piece of property. Another thing that we're looking at is reducing the setback. Here in Camden County, we have a setback from the lakeshore, and Ameren, the electric company, actually owns right up to about where the water stops all the way around the lake. Right now, the setback from Ameren's property line is 25 feet. And what that does is it makes some lots completely unbuildable. For example, if you own a lot that is a point where it goes out around like this, if you have a 25-foot setback all the way around that point, most of that point basically becomes unbuildable. We have other lots that are shallow. They're long, they run along the lake shore, but they don't come back very far from the lake shore. By reducing that 25-foot setback, we open up a lot of land that will now become more buildable. So we're looking at reducing that too. We haven't made any major decisions yet. We're still getting a lot of public input. Some people are in favor of reducing it altogether. Other people don't want it touched. Other people want something somewhere in the middle. So we're looking at that. The thing that is probably going to make the biggest difference in terms of affordable housing is we recently found out that the Missouri Department of Natural Resources has a lot size limit of 0.92 acres, basically 1 acre, for homes that have a traditional septic system. With today's new modern septic systems, we don't require nearly as much land for the lateral lines and the drain fields as used to be required. So Camden County currently has a lot size limit for traditional septic systems of 3 acres. We're going to reduce that, bring it into line with DNR's regulations, so that builders basically now will be able to take, say, for example, a 5-acre piece of ground. Before, they could only build 1 house on that 5-acre piece of ground. After we change this code, they'll be able to put 5 homes on that same piece of property. So these are the kind of changes we're making to encourage affordable home development.